Hey there everyone, this is Maria Young of Mastermind Alliance. I do have to apologize for not being around as much, especially in the wonderful land of Facebook. I really have to say that I've been just really so curious and so energized to want to learn and grow and just to become the best person that I can become, as well-rounded as possible. And I have really just dove in to the endless and wondrous possibility of self-development. I've started on my mission, I would have to say, about a year ago is when I really tapped into an abundance of resource. And it was about 6 months ago where I really just grasped on with everything that I have. And I really just decided to totally transform my world by any way possible. And the more things that I've learned, I've become to get a better grasp and an understanding on some of the things that I've been doing that has really been sabotaging my goals and my purpose. One of the main things I wanted to bring about was how our brains are really composed of two elements or two segments. And in a lot of cases, those two segments really become combative with one another, because you have your left hemisphere, which is all about logics and coming up with a realistic figure, coming up with things that are only rational. It only rationalizes in reality and realistics. And then you have your more creative mind that, really ventures way out of your average everyday thinking mentality. It doesn't work in the logics. It doesn't feed off on only what is real. That's your artist side. That's your dreamer side. Is on your right hand side. But here's the problem: as we go on through life, if we don't get a grasp on the mechanics of how they work, because they both coincide, trying to protect you, trying to get the best outcome and product for you. The only problem is it really only relies on situations that you've gone through. It only relies on experiences that you've had in the past. It cannot really fathom too much on what's in the future or the things that you haven't encountered yet. So because of that, it kind of provides a block or a limitation for you. In the aspect of it always tries to protect you from harm. So any type of fear, any type of doubt, it wants to embrace you and keep you from that. Not really understanding the philosophy of the law of attraction and how some of the things that you're doing or the way that you're reacting is really attracting negative situations in your life. So for you to be afraid of the unknown, always afraid of putting yourself out there, is going to only attract fear into your life. Is only going to attract limitations in your life. It's not going to allow you to be adventurous. It's not going to allow these wondrous opportunities around you to infiltrate your world. So one of the main things we have to do, since we have two combative forces, of course, like I said, trying to help you out, but really just not knowing enough about how to come up with strategies. You have these two combative forces that in actual reality wants to cancel each other out, okay? Because you have your logics that say to your creative side, no, that's not possible. No, that's not rational. No, it won't exist. I reject you. I deny you. And then you have your creative side saying, yes, it can happen. I'm capable of all things. I can do this. I can imagine this. I can dream this. Now it's canceling out your logical side, and they go hand in hand, because you can't be so far out there in your imaginative land and then have no order or discipline or rationalization. So in reality, they do go hand in hand. It's just you have to come up with a formula that they can work in harmony, that you can begin to bring about an abundance into your life. So with the strategies that I've been learning and the self-help and the seminars that are out there has been really working wonders for me. I'm beginning to see some of the things that I really did not know had such a tremendous effect on me, and I thought they were petty and I thought they were trivial. Sorry about that. Where in fact, they were such a great hindrance to my plans and where I'm going. And so what I ask you today is to really research different strategies, different elements of how success works, the makeup, the recipe, the formula, because it is all of the things that are required to really become successful in life. I can't reiterate that enough. And I want you to understand the mechanism and the power and the miracle of your mind and what it's capable of. Scientists can't even understand the full potential of the mind or the capability of a person. They say that you only really use about 10% of your mind. And imagine, look at all you've accomplished just by using 10% of your mind. Imagine if you could use even more than that. Imagine if you could use, its fullest capability and potential. I mean, the opportunities are endless, and you don't give yourself enough credit. And you will never begin to give yourself enough credit until you become so curious and so fired up about wanting to find out the different elements of life and succeeding and become prosperous. Wealth is determined on many levels, from your happiness, from your mental state of mind, from your spiritual growth, from your love of family and life, from your financial stability. That is what we're rooting for. We're trying to live the best life that we can live. We're trying to find growth, wealth, and abundance. And I want to tell you, if you depend on luck by itself, you won't become successful. That's like saying you want a boat to go off into the seas, but you're not going to have anyone that's on there. No crew members to steer the ship, no crew members to maintain the boat, no direction, no maps, no compasses, no nothing. You're just going to send it out and hope that you reach your target. That's not realistic, folks. You have to invest in your time. You're going to have to want to make a change in your life. You can't do the same things and expect a different result. It just does not make sense. It will not happen for you. There's a reason why they say about 2% ever become really successful in life, because although people want certain things and have goals, they don't want to do the things that it's going to take to actually accomplish those goals. One of your basic steps in life to making a change and a difference in your life as well as others is that complete transformation from within. And the magical thing about that transformation from within is that if you can fully harness its power, if you change your mind and the world that exists within, it will miraculously, like a domino effect, without even trying or making an effort, it will begin to transform your world on the outside. Because when you begin to work on yourself and do your self-analysis and begin to face and confront issues in your life and make a concerted effort to really take action and do those things, you're going to become a changed individual that's not going to want to settle for what's been going on the outside. And therefore, you are going to make that effort and that change without even realizing it. And it's going to start to happen for you like this, without even knowing it. Everything's going to transform and change. Make that decision today. Research all that you can. Transform, absorb, do everything and take every action. Be bold and aggressive in your plan and go out there and get it. You can do it, folks. I firmly believe in you. This has been Maria Young, reporting live from Mastermind Alliance, saying to you that I will see you later. And I will definitely see you guys at the top, no doubt.